Welcome everyone to episode 16 of Pineleaf Plays the Lore Master. Well, let's start by checking our Hobbit present. A mammoth hunter's hat to match the one I've already got. Well, that's not too impressive. Therefore, let's call our bear and head on out. Now, here I'm at level 16, and I'm heading off a long distance west. This is where in the past I would always unpack my whistle and start using that, since this is where one seriously starts to need a mount. Fortunately, I don't have to worry about that at the moment, but if you are one that's going to be around for quite a while without the writing skill, and you want to know when's the optimal time to it, I've always considered this to be the optimal time. Now, of course, at level 20, I got the writing skill for free as soon as I do a quest. Therefore, in the past, I would always make sure that I do 16 to 20 within 24 hours. I don't have to worry about that constraint anymore, which is useful for this particular character, since I suspect that it will take me several days before I hit level 20 due to the way I'm filming this particular series. Very well. Now, this barrow iron is probably not going to do me all that much good. Yeah, I'll be needing silver, so it will at least help me with my prospecting skill, and that certainly won't hurt. Now, they took away the tin deposits and replaced that with being able to buy tin, which doesn't matter much for me since I'm a jeweler. It does help the non-jewels. Yes, I just realized I left the bear on aggressive. I think it's a good time to go back to guard. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about getting every single one of those barrow irons. So you will see me go after silver as much as I went to copper before. Now, of course, I'll see some silver as soon as I get on my horse and start moving. Maybe not. But more barrow iron instead. But it's in my path, I gotta take that. It's like sitting there, it's going, take me, take me, take me! Take 50 XP!
How can I be of
Talk
service?
to the stable master. Well, I haven't been to Buckland yet, so therefore I can't do that. Now, this is that quest I picked up a long time ago.
What is this world coming
Yeah,
to?
here's this pipe leaf some guy told you about. Yeah, so the old favorite fellow's stout thrust finally came through on our pipe leaf. Looks like I owe you for that wager, Larkspur. He bet that he would never get it. Oh well. Alright. I think he has another quest for me that I'll find the next time I go to him that'll ask me to go to some place where I won't feel like going. Well, actually, I think he wants me to... Where does he want me to go? I forgot. I think it's to Buckland, and then to return from there, and I'll probably be through with Buckland by the time he wants me to go there. But maybe I've forgotten that quest. It's been a while since I've bothered to deliver the pipeweed. Oh, someone else is already after that barrel iron. I'll assume that he isn't a jeweler. So I'll let him have the iron. But I'll still go after the silver. Now, we want to talk to Langland. What is that? Oh, that's silver. Yeah, not going to worry about that. I may have to worry about this wool. Now, Langland is the one who went with Aragorn in that instance that we had done in the previous episode. And once he is done with that... Apparently he got hurt during the incident, as you'll see when we get back to him. As soon as we climb this ridge, he is right up there. But the usual entrance I use in order to get up there is this way. And here he is.
Greetings.
Aragorn has sent aid. Nazgul, 4 more were in Buckland. They rode swiftly to the east upon black steeds. I was foolish enough to stand in their way, and they ran me over. I will heal in time, but the riders have left a threat in their wake that must be dealt with. I must ask for your help. All right?
Could I speak with you a moment?
In the Black Riders' wake, Creban have taken roost. They are not the common strain from Dunland, but a breed I have not seen before. Likely these foul creatures keep watch on Buckland and the Shire, or at the very least me, since they have taken to staring at me in the night. While the Creban may see nothing of interest, the fact that the enemy has eyes here is dangerous. If we were to blind these eyes, the enemy would not be sure in directing its efforts. If you would, dispose of the Creban that roost in the southwest just beyond the cat. Even killing one Creban would go a long way towards blinding the enemy. Well, he actually wants us to kill 4. Alright, and now... And here is a... Creban. Hello, little crow. They usually come at me. Sometimes they come 1 at a time, sometimes 2 at a time. But level 15, but they're swarm, which means they die quickly. Actually, let's see. That is barrow iron. That is barrow iron. Alright. 4 dead crows.
Greetings.
Good, you have slain those foul birds. The enemy will not be nearly as sure of their efforts now. However, I still have need of your aid. I must ask you to do something in Buckland, as it was their horn calls that alerted me to the presence of the Nazgul. Alright?
Might I take a moment of your time?
You say Underhill is with Aragorn? I know of no Underhills. I was sent to watch a hobbit named Baggins. I must assume that is whom Aragorn spoke of. That he is safe and welcome news, for my fears are somewhat allayed. It was late in the night when I heard the horn call of Buckland. Running to the road, I saw the Nazgul leaving Buckland at a gallop. I tried to stop them, but they ran me down. I feared they had already found Baggins. The 4 riders passed eastward towards Bree, but we may discover what they learned, if nothing, at Baggins's home in Crick Hollow. It is a cottage surrounded by a high hedge almost directly southeast of the Buckland gate. If you learn anything there, return to me. What news you can bring me may help determine the movements of the Nazgul. It's interesting that the Rangers know where Frodo's house is, considering that he had only just moved there. I mean, if they knew what Frodo was planning and all that, though I suppose if they didn't hear Gandalf's news either to leave immediately, then I suppose then they may have been staying around, noticing where he was. Now, first, before we do anything serious around here, Kaladin here has this Trouble in Buckland quest that was given to me by Barthelman Butterbur.
A lovely day, isn't it?
Oh, you're the one who rescued Mundo and me from the Black Wolves. What brings you to Buckland? Mr. Butterbur sent you? He is such a pleasant fellow, always kind to travelers and reasonably honest and diligent. Well, at least he's honest. There have been strange happenings here in Buckland as of late. If you need to work or adventure, I'm certain, yes, I'm sure you would, but I have a feeling that I'm not in the mood to take the quest she has. At the rate things are going. Now here is Frodo's house in Crick Hollow. Rather a strange. Now this is what you call quite an isolated house. Certainly a different style than they have at Bag Inn, that's for sure. Now, time to go back into aggressive stance. Hello there!
Goodness!
What? Who? I don't have it. No! Ah! Oh wait, you aren't one of those Black Riders. I must tell you that I haven't been so frightened in my life. Did they learn anything from me? Well, the riders came bustling into the house, but I had already slipped out the back way. Not a thing did they get from me. When the sheriffs came, they'd made me tell them about Frodo and the others going off into the old forest, but I didn't say a thing about the enemy's ring. Oh dear. I mean, what is it? It sounds like crows. Yes, you shouldn't be going around talking about rings. Well, essentially we're supposed to protect them from this. Now originally when this quest was done, there were 4 of these things that came in each wave, which made it a rather dangerous quest, especially to Freddy Bolger. You did it! You did it! You did it! Please, let me get my spot. Don't let your bear take it up. Yes. So he gives his nice little speech. I hope they don't come back. They went to the old forest. Won't you talk to Lenglen? Alright. Now he wants me to go back to Lenglen, but yeah, okay, that's level 16 quests. I'm going to take a few side quests while I'm here. Since I'm not going to be able to level up on the Epic alone. But I have a nice set of quests that are given right at the gate of Buckland. Maybe I should have rode. Alright, now here we go.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Yeah, please collect some bear carcasses, boar heads, and some wolf carcasses, and some bear hides. And why don't you give me that partridge in a pear tree while you're at it?
Would you do something for me?
And I want some bear haunches and boar shanks. bears, boars, and wolves.
Hello there.
I want
Might I
mushrooms.
speak with you a moment?
Guess which one's the hobbit? I want mushrooms. Of course, he'll eat his share of anything that comes from the bears and the boars and the... well, maybe not the wolves. And here are some mushrooms. Now, none of them seem to be really in dire need of anything that comes from the slugs, but slugs are going to attack me. Oh, okay. Alright, back to guard mode. Alright, let's get some mushrooms. Oh yes, I did get a new skill. Actually, I got 2 new skills. One of them is Knowledge of Cures, which helps to remove diseases, poisons, wounds, diseases, removes up to 3 diseases, poison. Wow, wait a minute. That's buffed from the old version. That's changed a bit because originally it would only help against diseases and wounds. And way in the past, they had separate ones for those 2. And now we have one catch-all that handles all 4 of them. That's nice. Now the original of this quest was a bit stranger because the condition there was that I couldn't kill any slugs and that all the slugs were non-aggressive. So now they turned it so that yes, the slugs can kill you. He must have some sort of run. What is he, a hunter? No? Burglar. Oh, come on. I didn't even see him there yet. What kind of run buff does he have? Fleet-footed, plus 5%. Ah. Okay, he has some... Okay, I think I know what he's got now. Yeah, things like that. Now I'm 8%. So if I get into a foot race with him, I'll have a better chance. Anyway, the original one was that you couldn't kill any rats or any of the slugs. The rats were in a different place, so it was unlikely that you were going to be killing any rats. But if you got into combat with someone else, like one of the local bears or boars, it might be possible that you might accidentally get the attention of one of the slugs. So it was one of the few cases where a non-combat quest had been turned into a combat quest. I think the wolf there is more interesting to get. Now the other new one is this one, Power of Knowledge. And what that does is it draws out power from one of my opponents, or assuming that's what it still does. Drains power and morale from your enemies, slowly increasing your own. Well, when did they change it so it also does morale? I thought it only did power in the past. That's the change. I won't argue with that. That can be useful. Ten bear heights? That's going to be real fun. Anyway, I will collect these as I head off towards Lincoln's place. That's the problem here. We got bears in the area and we have birds in the area, so I can't follow the rule of summon the pet that's different from the monsters you're fighting. So it looks like I should be able to tell the difference between my bear and the other bears. Mine seems to be a little bit smaller. Alright, let me see. Now some of these boars spread disease. Of course, if they never reach me, I can never catch anything from them. Looks like I have everything from the wolves, but I still need stuff from bears and boars. Lots of stuff from bears and boars. Alright, let's see if I can do this without catching the attention of the wolf. Well, yeah, I don't need to, but... Oh, that's still from the bear. No, I don't think I got that bear haunch from the wolf. Alright, there are my boar heads. 3 of 8 boar shanks. You see, this one takes a while. Okay, there are my carcasses. And someone else is hunting in the same area, which means that it may take a while in order to get them all. Sort of redundant right now to take that stuff. Owner, level 16 burglar. We've got lots of people around here. The competition here for mobs is rather fierce. We're right next to Langland, so we'll just head off to him now and take care of him before we finish this quest. And onward and upward.
Greetings.
The enemy's ring! It is no wonder Aragorn was so secretive as to why the enemy were seeking Baggins. If the Creban heard of Fredegar's words, the enemy will know for certain that the ring is no longer in the Shire, and all will be lost. Finding those birds in the old forest will not be a simple task. I would ask that you return to Aragorn in Bree and seek his counsel on how to find those foul birds. Talk to Strider. Talk to Strider. Talk to whoever we find here. Talk to that dead bear. How about this boar here? I still need some boars, but more bears than boars. That's 6 of those. That's just a bunch of birds. I remember there was a time when heading for Crick Hollow, one of the characters in the group, this is back when things were recommended to be done in groups, when the characters cut right through the middle of the entire bear fields of all the birds, so we wound up getting swamped by something like 20 birds at once. And the results were not pretty. Alright, still need a few bear hides. Alright, and we need boar 2 still won't hurt either. I tend to go rather far range in order to get all these things, and it doesn't help when you've got other people also going after the same mobs and you don't see them until well after you're able to attack them yourself. Alright, that's the last of my boar shank, so I still need 2 more bear hides. I suspect that's what they're looking for also, because that's the way things go often. Yes, it is a race. Who could find the bears the fastest? Of course. Here's one right here. Okay, there's 9. And one last one. Assuming, of course, he drops the hide. He does. Now let's go turn in all these quests. After which we could head back to... Wait a minute. Is one of these things silver? Just making sure. It's a little much easier at the lower level when all you have to worry about is copper. But now when you've got barrow iron and silver all using the same node space, either one will help my prospecting, but will make the jeweler part a little bit more difficult. Here we go.
Greetings, friend.
Adso would be pleased with this delivery. We will salt and smoke the meat, and yes, thank you.
What can I do for you?
These are excellent samples, yes, thank you.
How do you do?
Look at those bountiful fare. You certainly hold up your end of the bargain. Here, have this.
Good day.
Please talk
Might I
to
have
Toby
a word
Brockhouse in Buckland. Alright, let's go to Brockhouse, who is this way. And this will also give me a chance to talk to the stable master, which is a pretty important thing to do at this point. Just in case I ever need to get back to Buckland. Though I must admit, this isn't exactly the hot spot of intrigue. Alright, here's the stable master. But this could be an important link, since this has a link
A
to
lovely day, isn't it?
Adso's camp into West Bree and to Stock. And that has some Old Forest quests. Sharing the load.
Is there something I can do
You need
for
a
you?
wagon? I suppose I could spare one for a couple of mules for a share of the load towards the camp. Alright, thank you. Wait, did I forget to... No, that's... Okay, just making sure I clicked him properly. And he has another quest that I don't feel like going on at the moment. I'm not much into all the Old Forest quests. Only when I'm in a completionist mood with a character. I did have a character where I used a XP stop stone in order to
A lovely day, isn't
do
it?
all of them without out-leveling them. Totally will help us. This is wonderful news. Thank you.
Stay and have some
You
tea.
have done so much. I think that it's time to meet the hobbit who you have been helping. Adso Haybank. Just go down the road and you will find him. Yes, I'm sure I will. And I will cut back in when we find Adso. Now we're back at Adso's camp, so let's see what he has for us.
Just a moment.
You must be Pine Wolf. I have been hearing a lot about you. My associates in Buckland sent along a message about your work. They speak highly of you. I am glad to finally meet you. Would you that circumstances were better? This, once finished, will be my inn. I dream I have had for years, an inn that would attract big folk and hobbit alike. You have helped me come to step closer to this dream, and for that I am in your debt. This inn, they have not made one smidgen of progress on it in the last 6 years of this game. Just want to make a point about that. I know that's how MMOs are, frozen in time often.
Could I take a moment of your time?
Hey friend, you're not around here, and that may be a good thing. Could you do me a favor and bring this satchel to Bill Fernie? Just ring the doorbell, and he'll answer it. Bill Fernie. Yes. How's that for a nice typical Breeland name? And this is the house that he pointed out. Not that there are too many houses in the area to mistake it with. And here's a little bit of silver. And you know we're going to have to fight those brigands eventually. But that's for later. For now, let's ring the doorbell. Hello, Bill.
This is intolerable.
What's intolerable? Ha! Soon Sharky's men will have all of Bree in their hand. With powers like that little worm Adso under heel, there's no question about it. Now you just tell Adso that this payment has been received, and that he had better have another one ready next week, or it will go badly for him. How's that a nice little extortionist? I'm not too sure I like this Bill Fernie fellow. Okay, I'm sure that I don't like him. That might be a better way of saying it. Ooh. I don't know what his opinion is going to be of Bill Fernie winning another payment next week. We shall see.
Just a moment.
Another payment? This was supposed to be the last. They'll be driven to ruin. That rotten... But enough of the bladder. I shouldn't burn you with my problems. No, I should thank you for your help, friend. Truth be told, I was a bit frightened to go out at night by myself. The problem is, originally this particular item had to be all done at night, which is why you have the reference to night still in there. If I could impose you again, I would have some true debts to pay and a nicer sort of folk. Alright. Now, I'm not going to go and take these quests right away, though that's to keep in mind that they are here, because I need to go to Strider. I'm sure that I'll get to 17 as soon as I talk to Strider next. Which will end this episode. And we will be able to get a little bit more. Now, I don't want to take the bear into the inn. Surely this has got to get us to level 17, right? Assuming they let me inside the inn. Alright. Now, into here. Hello, Strider.
You bring dire news.
While the 4 hobbits were awaiting our safe for the moment, the protection Bree offers is fleeting at best. We must leave soon, and if the enemy's suspicions were confirmed by these Kreban, then what they seek is no longer in the Shire. Our trip may be all more perilous. If the old forest is a thriving labyrinth that can lead to the most experienced tracker astray, finding these Kreban will not be easy.
Listen well.
And he has another quest for me for the Master of the Golden Wood. But we will take that next time